Welcome to my channel Tech Set Go Intro, 0 o'clock to 1:30. Opening shots of the Nikon Z7 Mark III rotating on a turntable. Dramatic lighting, quick flashes of sample photos and video footage. Narrator host excited tone. The Nikon Z7 Mark III is here, and it's not just another upgrade. This camera is rewriting the rules of mirrorless photography with features so advanced they'll leave you questioning what's possible. In this video, we're diving deep into the Nikon Z7 Mark III, breaking down its design, features, and shocking effects on photographers, filmmakers, and even the camera industry itself. By the end, you'll understand why this isn't just an evolution. It's a revolution. Segment 1. First impressions, 1:30 to 4 o'clock. B-roll, unboxing, body close-ups, button layouts. Comparisons to Z7 II. Narrator. First, let's talk about the body. The Z7 Mark III looks familiar, but Nikon has subtly re-engineered the design. It's lighter yet more durable, thanks to a refined magnesium alloy frame. The grip feels deeper, giving better handling for long shoots, especially with heavy telephoto lenses. The shocking part? Nikon has managed to add dual Spexpress B card slots, a major upgrade from the previous generation, while still keeping the body compact. Photographers now have the speed and redundancy they've been begging for. Segment 2. Sensor and image quality, 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Sample photos, landscapes, portraits, low-light comparisons. At the heart of the Z7 Mark III is a newly developed 61-megapixel backside illuminated full-frame sensor. This is one of the highest resolutions in the mirrorless world, surpassing most of Nikon's competition. But here's the shocker. Despite its massive resolution, the Z7 Mark III maintains outstanding low-light performance thanks to a next-gen stacked architecture. You're looking at ISO performance that rivals cameras with half the megapixels. For landscape photographers, the detail is mind-blowing. You can crop in 2 levels that almost mimic having multiple focal lengths in one shot. And portrait photographers will love the insane dynamic range, preserving detail even in harsh lighting. Segment 3. Autofocus Revolution, -7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Clips showing fast-moving subjects, wildlife, sports, eye-tracking demos. Narrator. Nikon has taken autofocus to a new level. The Z7 Mark III uses AI-powered subject detection, capable of recognizing not just humans and animals, but vehicles, birds in flight, and even insects. The shocking part? Eye detection works flawlessly at distances you wouldn't believe. Wildlife shooters can lock onto a bird's eye hundreds of feet away with tack-sharp precision. And sports photographers finally feel Nikon catching up to and even surpassing Sony and Canon in speed and reliability. This is the most confident autofocus system Nikon has ever released. Segment 4. Video capabilities, 10 o'clock to 13 o'clock. Sample 8K clips, slow-motion 4K, interviews, cinematic footage. Narrator. If you thought the Z7 Mark III was only about stills, think again. Nikon has shocked the video world with 8,000 recording at up to 6OP. Internal RAW recording, and oversampled 6K ProRes RAW, the rolling shutter. It's practically gone thanks to the stacked sensor's readout speed. Videographers can now confidently use the Z7 Mark III for high-end productions without relying on bulky cinema rigs. Pair it with Nikon Z-mount lenses. You've got a tool capable of broadcast-level quality. Segment 5. Viewfinder and Display, 13 o'clock to 15 o'clock. Side-by-side comparisons of EVF versus competitors, vlog-style shots with the vari-angle screen. Narrator. One of the most shocking upgrades is the 9.44 million EVF, delivering clarity so real it almost feels optical. The refresh rate is a buttery 240 Hz, eliminating lag. Add to that a fully articulating LCD touchscreen. Finally, Nikon has answered the calls of vloggers and hybrid shooters. Whether you're on a tripod, handheld, or shooting low angles, the flexibility is a massive quality-of-life improvement. Segment 6. Speed performance, 15点到17点. Burst mode tests, buffer stress tests, real-world shooting scenarios. Narrator. The Z7 Mark III isn't just about high resolution. Thanks to the new Xpeed 8 processor, it shoots 20 frames per second RAW with 0 blackout. For a high megapixel body, that's unprecedented. The buffer can now handle over 1,000 continuous raw images when paired with SpexPress cards. That means sports and wildlife shooters won't miss the action. Nikon has effectively bridged the gap between ultra-resolution and ultra-speed, a combination once thought impossible. Segment 7. Shocking effects on the industry -17 o'clock to 19 o'clock. Clips of competing cameras, industry headlines, reaction tweets, posts, narrator. So, what does this all mean? For professionals, the Z7 Mark III blurs the line between a stills camera and a cinema camera. For Nikon's competition, it's a wake-up call. Sony and Canon can no longer claim superiority in autofocus or video. For enthusiasts, it sets a new standard of what's expected in a flagship mirrorless body. The shocking effect. Nikon has put itself back at the forefront of the camera industry, reclaiming relevance and proving it can innovate at the highest level. Conclusion. 19 o'clock to 20 o'clock. Closing montage of stunning sample shots and videos captured with the Z7 Mark III. Narrator inspirational tone. The Nikon Z7 Mark III is unjust a camera. It's a statement. A statement that photography is evolving, that technology is unlocking new creative possibilities, and that Nikon is still a force to be reckoned with. The shocking truth, this might be the most complete mirrorless camera we've ever seen. So what do you think? Is the Z7 Mark III the camera that will change your photography forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of cameras and tech. Until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible.